Yes, I'm live. Okay, all right, sounds good. See you there. All right, bye. All right, hey everybody, welcome to Ren's Chicago. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight we're going to talk. I didn't have time to watch it myself. I only saw a little bit of it. So we're going to watch Tiffany Henyard's video. Supposedly she breaks her silence. And I'm just curious about what she's going to say. Not saying that what she's saying is necessarily all true, but we'll check it out together. Better turn my light on too. I like my ring light. Excuse me. Happy Friday, Beth. Miss Beth. You guys can say happy Friday to Uber. He's chilling right next to me. Say hi, babies. His tail was wagging a little bit. Good boy. Oh, we just took like a little mini nap together, which I guess we didn't need to do, but Beth says hi, puppy. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, what a week. And hopefully if you tuned in yesterday, you enjoyed you enjoyed some of my singing. I sang a little bit on TikTok Live too. It was fun. It was a good time. Oops, not that. Facebook. Nueva York. Oh, oh, oh. You know I'm still singing Bad Bunny. Si quieres divertir, or si te quieres divertir. Okay, now I just gotta find where I had that message. There it is. Okay. Oh, I guess it's just her. It was from her her Facebook page. Makes sense, right? Nueva York. All right, here we go. Here is Miss Tiffany. Let's see what she has to say.
Guys, how y'all doing? Hi, it's your favorite Superman, Tiffany Henyard, the people's everything. Let's get that clear. All right, we're gonna have a good talk in like 2 minutes. So I just want to come on here, but give me 2 minutes and we're gonna go over these things that everyone's talking about, okay? So 2 seconds.
Darn it. Oh, and I just noticed here, look, wait, what's the heading? Supermayor Tiffany Henyard speaks about $33 million lawsuit. Trustees walked out of meeting when they was supposed to settle. If you want to get the tea from me, Politics with Tiffany Henyard, YouTube and Instagram. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. She got a lot of comments, guys. Wow, 683. I just think it's interesting because remember about around this time last year, remember how everybody was saying about how she was so evil and wrong about everything, and and I hate, Facebook. Their videos I can never get like right, like centered, and
2 seconds.
I was just saying her
And
store.
I'll be back. Okay.
Her store looks pretty good.
Yep. How y'all doing? I miss y'all. And thank y'all for all the calls and text messages and love and support and inboxes. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty in a minute. We're going to wait as you guys come on in. Hey. I know y'all want to hear this. There's so many different lies out there. So much misinformation out there. And it's been a minute since I went live. Oh my God, it's been a minute since I went live. I keep to myself building. And you guys just can't keep my name out your mouth. I get it. I'm your clicks and your views and everybody want to see what's going on. I get it. Y'all can't make no money without Tiffany Henyard. I get it. But y'all need to stop because I'm suing for defamation of character now. I'm not a politician. So let that be what it be. But we about to go over this stuff. Okay, guys. Here we go. Let me see. Let me turn this around real quick. Okay. Hey, let's talk. So let's talk about the 33 million.
Yeah, her little store looks nice.
$1 million lawsuit for the village of Dalton. A lot of y'all don't even know what's going on. A lot of y'all didn't even know what had happened, right? Y'all do know this lawsuit was way before me. And that's what they don't tell y'all, right? They just blame Tiffany for everything. The cat walk across the street, it's Tiff's fault. Somebody stuck in on the E-way, it's Tiff's fault. You know what I'm saying? They just say it. But so you understand what is going on in the $33 million lawsuit, that was during Riley Rogers' tenure when he was mayor. All this happened. And that's what people don't understand when you take the seat and you in office.
I think that's right. In 2016, Mr. Riley Rogers, I believe he was mayor.
That a lot of these things you inherited and it's on your table. But I just can't stand with punk mayors stand up there and say, oh, it's Tiffany. Since when? Y'all need to fact check. And that's another reason I tell y'all fact check everything that's going on in the village of Dalton. Because a lot of y'all been calling me and now y'all see what's going on. It ain't green on the other side, huh? It's not, huh? But that's what I was trying to tell y'all before y'all sat here and bought into the lies and all the dumb stuff that everybody was saying with no facts. They just talk because they can, right? That's what a lot of people do. So let's give you a little more structure. The $33 million is strictly the trustees' fault. Let me tell you how. Let me explain. So when we inherit the debt or the lawsuit from Riley Rogers, because I don't hear y'all dragging him, talking about him, saying why he didn't do this and what's going on with him. He is the person that was in charge. He was the mayor. So right. When we had our board meetings, they have several times tried to settle and go over different things with the village of Dalton. It was this one particular board meeting, and you can go research it. I ain't got to lie about it because I do a lot of talking right when at them board meetings if y'all was really listening. If you go check the board meeting out, you will see that we strictly said, hey, let's go downstairs and we're going to talk about it because we had to go into executive session. For those of you that don't know what executive session is, it's when a board goes down and talk about settlements with anybody, any and everybody. And we come back up and say, hey, we agree to pay XYZ. We agree to do whatever it is that we was down there talking about because we got to vote in the public eye of what we're going to do. So when we went downstairs, well, we didn't go downstairs and back up. We didn't go downstairs. The board meeting happened. And as we're up there talking and going over different things, Mary Avant, yes, that clown, she tells the board to get up and walk out. The dumbass board gets up and walks out of the board meeting. Now, remind you, this is a crucial day. It's crucial because we had to literally go in the basement, go into closed session, and talk about this lawsuit. And they was willing to settle for, I think it was like $3 to $5 million or $1 million to $5 million. It was somewhere in that range. I'm just giving you a range. I don't remember the exact amount to quote it right now. The board got up and walked out. So at the board meeting, you hear me saying, hey guys, why would y'all walk out? We have everyone here. You had the insurance company was there. You had they lawyer, our lawyers. There was so many lawyers in the goddamn building. I was like, well, goddamn, what's going on?
Now, I saw WGN did a report on this. Ben Bradley, I watched earlier. He played a response, part of Jason House, the current Dalton mayor, part of his response to this, where he says that wasn't true, of course. So I don't know. I wasn't there in that meeting, but it's still interesting. I definitely don't. We know that this new board, knew about this settlement. So it is interesting that it didn't come up before now. I don't know exactly everything she's going to say in this video, but I sincerely doubt that everything she says is wrong. A lot of times she does say a lot of truth. It's just, it might not be everything's true, but she probably has some good points. Let's see.
And they walked out of the building. So I apologize to the insurance company. I apologize to their lawyer, because it was just wasted time. Because I know they're on someone's clock getting paid to come and basically do nothing, because nothing happened. The next day, it was court time. That's how crucial this moment was. They go before the judge. And of course, you know what they asked? Hey, what happened with Dalton? Did y'all settle? Did y'all come up with an agreement? What we gonna do? And of course, what they say? No, we don't have agreement. The board walked out. So if they walk out of a board meeting where they're supposed to handle the people's business, but did not handle the people's business, and that's what I mean about politics. That's why I call it politics, right? Because they tricking y'all into, oh, it ain't me, point fingers, all that point finger stuff. Stop. Y'all had the opportunity to fix it. You had the opportunity to make it right, and y'all chose not to by playing these silly ass games with the public's money, and y'all did that. So own up to that, and that's the proof. You go find a board meeting or whatever you need to do. And you know who else be having those board meetings? Go check on Trina Downs. Trina Downs be having all the tea. When I say the tea, all the tea. She got footage. These mugs left the board meeting and went.
Oh, okay. She's giving Trina a little shout out there. Interesting.
Next door to the bar. Now, where they do that at? Dalton, clearly, right? Why would y'all leave a board meeting when you're supposed to be there to handle business? You get elected to take care of the business. I don't care about your opinion, your feelings, your emotions as it relates to what you think. It's for y'all. Y'all had the board. So the four of them, that's why y'all need to learn how this game works. 4 people can control everything. I don't care about the title part of, oh, it's a mayor, it's it is. No. It don't work like that. It's just like how the government is now. The president, you still got the Congress and the Senate. Same concept. It's the board of trustees that runs the village because they vote on everything.
Right. What do you guys think? I don't disagree with her there. That's why in Harvey, that is why our mayor was able to do so much damage, and why the damage is still ongoing, right? Because it's not really because of the mayor, although yes, we do have a strong mayor type of government. It's because of the majority of on the council votes with him. Still, even though he's not around, they're still voting for his policies. So I don't disagree with her there.
And if they vote on something or don't vote on something, it moves or it don't move. And that's where y'all get it all mixed up in y'all mind when y'all point finger at that person. No. The board of trustees are the reason why the $33 million still exists to this day. Because I was fighting tooth and nail trying to make sure the village was not held accountable for that day. And they walked out of the board meeting on that day where we were supposed to settle the debt in closed session. So I just wanted to clear that up because there's so much misinformation. There's so many lies out here. And a lot of times people don't want to hear the truth because you can't handle the truth. That's the problem. But if y'all just sit here and open your ear gates and pay attention and listen, you will hear something other than the hate that y'all got for a person. Because I don't do nothing but school y'all the game. I don't do nothing but I can't stand the word transparent because everybody use it out of content. I don't do nothing.
Now, I agree with her there as well. That is true. Everybody uses transparent. It's sad because it's a really important word and an important concept, but we often don't see it.
But give you the facts. I don't do nothing but lead you to the water. It's up to you to drink it. But if you don't drink it, guess what? That's on you. So I just wanted to clear it up once again about the $33 million lawsuit that's in the village of Dalton. It happened way before me, and it still lingered, of course, because you basically adopt or you get or inherit, whatever word you want to use, all of the lawsuits from the previous administration. And we got tons of lawsuits from Riley's administration, a ton of lawsuits from Shaw's administration, but they don't tell y'all that. They don't break it down. They don't educate y'all on any of this. So I just wanted you to be crystal clear on what's and what's to come. So next, I want you guys to pay attention to this one other thing. Hold on 1 second, because y'all on here, and I hope y'all listening. I hope you're listening. So look, let me say this. Term limits and voting. A lot of times people don't understand what to do, who to vote for, or whatever. A lot of y'all go with status quo, and that's where I feel y'all mess up at. Status quo don't always mean that's the best person for you. I think you guys should start researching the candidates that you're voting for and pay attention to their platform. Pay attention to what they want to do for you. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you of who you place and put into office, because it's going to affect you in the long run. And a lot of y'all don't like to vote because you feel like it don't affect you, but eventually it does. And when it does, now you want to complain. Nobody want to hear that. You should have did something about it when you had the opportunity to do so. Make sure y'all get out and vote. I posted a palm card, and everybody got an opinion about somebody on there. I could care less. It's up to you to pick who you want to vote for and do your own research, or if you felt they did something to you or whatever, don't vote for them. But I don't care. I don't got no stakes in that. I could care less. All I'm doing is showing you who's running, and majority of the people that's on there is unopposed. For those that know what unopposed is, they are running with no competition. So whether you vote for them or don't vote for them, they will be in office, just so you understand how that works, okay? Those that do have competition, you have to pick who you feel is best, or like I told y'all, it's some bums that was looking for crumbs. They on there. Do not vote for them. Not neither one of them. Make sure you skip them.
I can't disagree with what she's saying as far as research and look into who you're going to vote for. Don't disagree with her there. 3 million is small compared to 33.5 million. Yeah, so I would like some more fact checking. I'm sure this is where all in the queue. She's probably going to work on this if she hasn't already, but I don't know if the board truly did have the ability to settle for less, on the suit earlier or not. I'm not sure, but that's definitely what she's claiming. I know Jason House disagrees, but
because I don't like how they did that seat over in the one township, where I was your supervisor at. They stole the entire election. Thieves. That's why I said bums looking for crumbs, as you can see, because they got the whole salary that went with it that all y'all was crying about, but I don't hear y'all mouths now. Now that he done stole the money, and now he gets the salary of supervisor. And I'm talking about Thornton Township. I'm talking about Napoleon that does not live in Thornton Township, but yet he's your supervisor and he's your committeeman. But yet, guess what? I don't hear y'all saying nothing about it. I don't.
Fact check. Is she wrong about that? Nope. She is correct. Napoleon did that caucus last year very undemocratically. I don't know exactly if we could say illegally, but definitely undemocratically, shutting out Tiffany, and as well as a lot of other people that wanted a chance to run for township. And he doesn't live in Thornton Township.
I don't see how y'all was coming to board means attacking the woman, but that's why I be telling y'all the difference in politics. Y'all attack a woman so quick before y'all go and say the same nonsense to the guys that's in office. I don't see that. And that's what I mean about, again, do your research, but pay attention to who's in office. Pay attention to what is going on, what is being said, because there's so many lies and so much misinformation that it ain't even funny. And no, I don't have time to entertain everything else because I'm too busy building and growing what I have. Okay, just so you understand that. And those that don't know me, I always been an entrepreneur, always been a hustler. I'm always gonna do great. I'm always gonna land on my feet. Always, just know that. And thank you for constantly talking about me, coming on the page, because haters need love too. But obviously you like me enough because you keep following me. I don't follow people I don't like. I'm not commenting on nobody's page that I don't care for. So I don't understand why y'all come in the comments, comment on things y'all know nothing about. Nor do you live here. I get a lot of that too. So now I'm pretty sure that a lot of y'all get that on y'all pages as well. People that don't live here, people that want an opinion or got something negative to say about something that they know nothing about. Just ignore the hate.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm also kind of wondering if she's ever going to come back. How do you guys feel about her speaking up again? I'm actually glad that she is. Again, I'm not excusing everything she's done or agreeing with everything, but it is nice, I think, to have another voice, in the room. Someone that's not just going along with everything that Napoleon says. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You can tell me in the comments.
Haters, but the haters make you great. So thank you so much, right? Next, I want you to understand, on the ballot, there is a referendum question. Let me tell you how dirty Dalton is, right? How dirty these bums are. They basically put on there a referendum question. And this is what y'all ain't paying attention to. The referendum question states, hey, should you allow them to get 16 more years in office in the exact same seat? And for those that don't understand the lingo, it says 4 more terms, right? 4-year terms. Just so you know what a term is, you get 4 years, right? And then they vote you again. And then again. Dalton currently, right now, have term limits. Okay? Follow me, people. Dalton has term limits, which is 8 years. You can do 2 terms, and then that is it. Just so you get it. And that's Riley. Riley did that. He put term limits on me because he didn't want me to stay in office, but he didn't know. Once you put term limits on me, I'm going to come up out that seat, and I ran for your seat and took your seat. So understand what you asked for, because sometimes what you asked for, you should have left well enough alone. I would still been a trustee. So you see what I'm saying? So anyway, let's back up. They want you guys to give them 16 more years. Some of them have, I think all of them about 8 years now, 4 years, and some of them got 8 years, right? So they are termed out. Termed out means it's time to go. It's time to hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back. It's that time now, right? But you guys have to make sure that you vote no to the term increase, because they're increasing it and they starting the clock over. This is what you don't understand. So if they already did 8 years, right? Come on, simple math, y'all. They did 8 years. And if you go in there and you vote yes to term limits, guess what they get? Another 16 years. It starts the clock over. And they call themselves being transparent. That's what I told y'all. I can't stand the word for it. This is my point of it. If they transparent, why they ain't educate y'all about it? Why they?
Okay, someone help me out here. Maybe Beth. Is she saying that Dalton, just the village of Dalton voters, have a new term limit bill on the ballot? Is that it? I'm like, oh wait, who's voting on term limits? Beth says, good questions. Kirk says, imagine getting advice. Tiffany, oh, you mean from Tiffany? Thank you, Political Ties. Okay. And is that for the March 17th primary? That's one of the Dalton resident referenda. Does Dalton currently? Okay, maybe I got distracted. What did she say? I thought Dalton did have term limits. No, they don't have term limits? Where I got distracted. Anyway.
Talk to y'all about it. Why y'all didn't call a special meeting to go over it, to tell the public, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is our plan, blah, 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 because they full of you know what. And that's what I mean about politics. If you can trick them, you can beat them, right? That's what they do. So wake up, residents, because if you give them that, all of them up there on that board will have 16 more years. And I know y'all don't want that, because guess what? Y'all fight now. Y'all don't even want the president to have 8 years, let alone 16 years. So why would you let local government constantly be the same? Nothing will ever change if it stays the same, correct? You want to turn it over and get more people. You want to get young people. You want to give people the opportunity to run for office. But if it's
again, I don't disagree with her there.
the same people that's in office, it will never change, right? And I give you some examples. You got Danny Davis, out there. You got a lot of people that's still in office. I'm just using one because, when you start naming, I like to talk about. I'm using as an example so you understand what I mean by y'all keep voting for the same person over and over again, and then y'all get upset about, hey, nothing changed. It's still the same. Or it's adequate. It's just not the same. You have to fix it, and you can fix it. And some of y'all believe y'all vote don't count. It counts. Don't get me wrong. They do cheat. They do steal. They do election rig. They do all of that because I saw them do it during the caucus of December of 2024 when Napoleon, he wasn't winning no seat. I guarantee it. Not against me. And that's what I mean about them. They had to go get everybody to basically come up against me because they couldn't beat me. I had over 1,000 people outside in the cold. You can go ask different people. They signed affidavits and everything.
Fact check there. I was there. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Napoleon did lock out her and her supporters last year around this time. Last winter, it was very cold in Homewood. He did lock them out. It was definitely, it was a really, really undemocratic, shady move.
Courts and everything. And all this, y'all just swept under the rug because y'all was too scared to run against Tiffany, the people's mayor, the people's supervisor, because y'all knew y'all couldn't beat me, that they didn't allow any other name on the ballot. And when I say any other name, I wasn't the only one running in there. Of course, y'all made it all about Tiffany Henyard that day. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. But it was several other people that was going to run.
And she's right about that, too. There were other people that wanted to compete in the Democratic primary for the township races. She's right. They got shut out, too. And the same guy that did that, Napoleon Harris, he's in power now. Tiffany isn't. So where's the outrage against him?
Run for the seat. And that's what I mean about people just so scary. They didn't say a word because they didn't go on the ballot either. It was other people running for supervisor. It was other people running for trustee. It was other people running for all kinds of things. But they had it fixed to only have them people. And them bums over there in Dawson, they was in cahoots with the same bums over at Thornton Township. So you understand what I'm saying about
Again, let's do another little fact check. Was she wrong? Mary Avant was a loud critic of hers. Valeria Stubbs. There are two trustees on that board, and they say nothing. They're absolutely silent as Napoleon continues to rape and pillage our township so that board himself and all their contractor friends can make millions of dollars off of us. Meanwhile, our residents, our people, the people, can barely afford to stay in their homes because of the property taxes. Why are the property taxes so high? Because of abuses like this from our boards. Again, I'm not saying that Tiffany was right. Oops. That's weird. Why do my comments do that sometimes? Sorry. Sometimes in StreamYard, the comments like freeze up. they just showed up, you guys, your comments. Meaning how many years they can serve. This is about Dalton. Yes, it is. They do 2 terms. So why did they want them to vote? They want them to vote again for 4 terms? 2 terms is enough. They're trying to put that into ordinance. Yes. Dalton currently has term limits. Yeah, why would you change the current term limits? If so, it's to replenish. Hey, Ryan. Boy, in Dalton, the tables have turned for the worse. We told everyone. Well, especially for the township. I shouldn't say. I didn't know as much about what was going on, in Dalton, but They learned from Bert Olson. Yep. Gonzalez as well. And he is the most outspoken. Yeah. Well, yeah, Gonzalez is very quiet. He's not from Dalton, but yeah, he is, and he's just as guilty. We were showing and telling people what it was. Yes. The comments are bounced in suddenly. We're not going through. Yeah, it just happened. That's why I was like, that's so strange. It was like dead, and then bam, all your comments showed up. They want them to vote on it so it could replenish their terms. Yes. If it doesn't pass, they can't serve another 16 years. Yeah. Well, you know what? The truth. What can you say? But the truth is the truth. Okay, no matter who says it. So Tiffany, so far, she's speaking a lot of truths.
Conspiracy, because it was all of them together to try to remove the person, Tiffany, the only one that was basically loving on the people. I did nothing but work for you. And I'm still working for you. For those that's calling me, asking me questions, telling me, Tiffany, can you tell me what about this person or that person? Who should we vote for? It's the same thing. When your influence grow too big, they try to destroy your character. They don't want you in office. They do everything. They did the biggest smear campaign there is, as you can see. But now y'all are feeling the pain, the suffering from what they created, which is nothing. Ain't nothing going on in Dalton. Nothing. You know how many times I get calls about they didn't remove the snow? I had a snow program for seniors. But everybody's stealing my ideas. As you can see, they put a referendum question on there. Should you get your snow removed? Come on. Who ain't going to vote yes to that question? And this what, again, here we go. I'm going to teach you real quick about politics. The way the referendum question works is this.
Yep.
It's something called advisory questions, and it's something called binding question. Just so you understand the difference. Advisory question is, let me write just something that I know they're going to say yes to, right? Because I need them to say yes to this really important question, which is term limits or mental health. So question the ballot that you're going to say yes to. Like, for instance, should I remove your snow? Comment says, yeah, I want my snow removed. Yeah, why would I say no? Right? Yep. So you say yes to that. Now, the other question, this is one township referendum questions now, right? I know I'm skipping a little bit. Now, the other question is mental health. So now for mental health, it says, should we create a mental health district? And of course, you guys are going to say, yes, I want a mental health district. But the truth of the matter is you do not want one now because, let me take it out memory lane. You remember when they put that letter out when we was trying to create a mental health district and they had all the mayors signed it, said, no, Tiffany.
Now, for me, I'm telling people for the township referenda to say no to all of them because I don't trust those people with our money at all. At all.
It's kind of raise your property taxes. Guess what? It's the same concept now. They put the same question back on to trick you again to vote yes, because you vote yes for all the other stuff. You just go down the line because you don't read, residents. I'm sorry, a lot of y'all don't read. Y'all just vote and push the button because you want to get out of the booth. But if you pay attention to what you're voting for, you wouldn't be upset why it get implemented or don't get implemented. So make sure you read the questions. That's why I'm doing this live now, because I know it's early voting and I want you to be informed before you vote so that you don't cry later when you lose or if you win. And I pray you win what you want. So vote no to the mental health question on your ballot because that will raise your property taxes. Now you're hearing it here first. I'm telling you what it is. So now if you vote for it and then later on they raise your property taxes, don't be upset because I warned you right now. Right.
No lies detected so far. I don't know what you guys think, but no lies detected so far. She's right. I'm agreeing with her on this. That's why I'm saying vote no on all those referenda. Anything that increases your taxes. It's not because some of the causes aren't good, but it's because I don't trust these boards. I don't trust these people because they already steal money. Why would you give them more money to steal?
Right now, y'all already getting your property taxes raised throughout Cook County. So why would you want another tax at a time like this? You do not.
I agree, girl.
So make sure you vote no.
Okay,
don't get tricked up with all the other questions that I just told you that they put on the ballot before that. And then you vote for that. And then now you vote yes on this. And now you got a property tax increase. So make sure you don't do it.
I want to add something else to that, though. Another, I believe, one of the huge reasons that for the Thornton Township referenda, why they put 3 on there is because there are you can only put 3 on the ballot for each election, and a number of people, including me, Paul Roberts, some others, had talked about doing a possible referendum, talking about disbanding Thornton Township altogether. And I believe that the board, because this happens a lot, the boards, if they want to prevent a referendum from being put on the ballot that would be proposed by the people, the board itself has the power to vote on referenda. So that is why they voted on those 3 when they did in November, December, because that meant that even if we still wanted to try to get a referendum on there, we couldn't. Okay. The sleazy way of doing it is coming off like they're trying to make you transparent for Dalton in the best interests of when in reality it's an ulterior motive to get them back into office. Excuse my broken language, voice texting through my earbuds. Wow. Yeah, right. Wow. That's definitely how I feel.
Another thing I want you to understand is the Thornton Township trustees and the supervisor, all of them. When I say stealing. And what I mean by stealing, they increase their salaries, every single last one of them. You do know the trustees supposed to only make $11,000, right? I believe they make around $30,000 now. You do know the supervisor position only supposed to make $50,000, right? He make over $270,000 or $300,000 now. You do know that they go on a trip/conference, right? Remember, because this is all the stuff y'all attack me on, so I'm pointing it out. Every single month. But yet, I don't hear nothing from the residents. I don't hear y'all.
Except for me. I mean, a few others, but I always speak up against it. But she's right. She's not wrong. When Tiffany did it, it wasn't okay. But now that Napoleon and his buddies do it, now it's okay. In other words, who are they paying off for their silence or intimidating for their silence?
Y'all crying about it or doing this being. Where you at? That's what I'm saying. Fake news. So all I'm saying to you is that all these things are going on, but no one's doing no talking. But I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid to educate the public and tell y'all what's going on so that you know how to make an informed decision come election day or early voting or mail-in ballot. That's not what they still. They're still on mail-in ballots. And I know y'all don't like Trump, but I like Trump. Yes, I do. And what I want to say about Trump is he's right.
I can't agree with Tiffany there. I don't think Trump is the answer, even though, yes, I do know of some people that talk about, but he talks about against the corruption, drain the swamp, but he's not. He doesn't do that.
Election rigging is going on, I would say, almost everywhere. Like, if they want an election, they just rig it, like, for real, because that's what they did to me in Thornton Township. So that's why I agree with our president, period. Something else I want you to know. I talked about the term limits. They want 16 more years. Make sure y'all vote no for Dalton. Them bums over there, they need to go because they ain't doing nothing for y'all residents. I'll be feeling so bad when y'all call me and y'all so sad about, how everything went and that y'all not getting the services that y'all need. So I pray that you guys really, really wake up and don't let that slip by y'all. Vote no to 16 more years when they ain't doing nothing now. They doggone been in office a whole year and nothing's going on. But yet they keep using Tiffany Henyard name to lead in everything. You get what I'm saying? Y'all should be talking about your platform, what you're doing, because they only won a seat because all y'all was on the hate train. And I don't even feel they won. I feel they cheated. I feel people played with ballots and numbers. They did all of that. That's why I said, Trump, when you're done, go to Dalton and go to Thornton Township because they doing the exact same thing that you're finding out everywhere else. Just so we're aware of that. Make sure y'all go on to, I got a new podcast coming out. Yay. And I'm going to hopefully be on this big network. We're working on it.
So I agree with her. I do always hear complaints every election about ballot stuffing, et cetera, et cetera. I don't disagree. There's definitely cheating that goes on for sure.
Because sometimes you can't tell you guys certain things because people like to try to destroy what you got going on. But you can go on to Politics, that's what I call it, Politics with Tiffany Henyard, and I'm going to always break something down for you. I'm not like these little fake YouTubers or wannabes and just putting fake things out because they can talk, they want to talk. No. My job is to educate the public, which they don't want, but educate you, give you the information, and then you do with it what you want. If you want to use it to make an informed vote, do that. If you don't, then don't. But don't cry when nothing changes because you didn't want to read, or you didn't want a different perspective, or the people that they got you hating normally is the people that's meant to come and save you. So all that talk, all that negativity, all that mess, people need to stop. And for the 20th time, and this will be the last time that I address this, I have never, and I mean never, taken anything in my life. So when people be talking about you a thief, you stealing, you this, you that, nothing. Y'all hired that other bum, Lori Lightfoot. She's a bum, and y'all hired her and gave her all the dollars money, but yet y'all claim broke. I don't understand. If you broke, how you?
And again, I'm not saying that she didn't take anything. So we're not taking everything that she's saying as gospel, but she is saying a lot of things that are true. She's such a hypocrite. She wants to call it the foolishness now that she was voted out. Hey, Amanda. Oh, yeah. Although a lot of what she's saying is true, but I definitely disagree with the pro-Trump stuff. It's not Trump is not solving any corruption problems. Seems like she's trying to get in good with Turning Point USA. Yeah, those are the scary fascist groups. They're like icky. I feel like that's what we have in this country right now, and locally, we have the outright fascist MAGA movement. That's just like, yeah, let's take everything for the rich and kill everybody and enslave everyone else in the population. And then you have the Democratic Party nationally, but also locally here, that are like, on the surface, they're like, no, don't do that. But then they support a lot of the same policies that still put us all into financial servitude. We can't afford our property taxes. A lot of our towns, are not looking too great. So that's why I'm so independent. And I'm like, we need independent working people, working parties.
Hiring all these people to do fake investigations. And what I mean by fake, because we already get audited. Y'all don't remember when the governor was like, yeah, we're not doing any more audits. We already got that in place. We get audited by this person, that person. So what's the difference with our towns? We get audited all the time, right? And we pass every audit. So if that's the case, what is the difference? I just need you guys to understand that you have to wake up before it's too late. Wake up to the people that really love y'all, care about y'all, and willing to talk about it publicly. I'm not going to be up here with this person, this person. No. We don't do that. I'm just tell you straight up how it is. I don't mess with you, that type of stuff. And I'm going to tell you that. I just need you to understand something else that happened in Dalton. Y'all bought a whole Pope's house. I thought y'all.
She even brought that up. Oh, that's too funny. The Pope's house. Let's see what she says about this.
Bro, right? Y'all bound a Pope's house, but yet y'all got bigger things that you should be addressing, such as the water tank. Y'all remember when I was in office, the water tank exploded, and basically y'all are down to one water tank. One. So if something happened, God forbid.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true? Beth, have you heard anything about that? Since you're our local Dalton correspondent here, one of the water tanks is broken. And I don't disagree with her. She's right. I don't think it's horrible to buy the Pope's house, but there's a lot of stuff they're ignoring. And I still don't think they ordered a forensic audit for Dalton. Like, again, if they were so concerned, just like at the township, if they were so concerned about misuse of funds, then where are the audits? Where are the forensic audits? Independent, outside forensic audits too, not using Kasperic. Kasperic is not. Because Barrick, that company, they help all these politicians and these boards steal money. So don't listen to them when they do audits. I don't think that they're part of the solution. I'm not saying that they're actively stealing money, but I'm just saying we saw that with the Harvey presentation when they presented the audit for the city of Harvey for fiscal year 2022. And I read their first few pages myself, and they basically said, well, we can't really give an opinion on most of the major fund accounts because we didn't get the proper information from Harvey. Well, why didn't you make that crystal clear in your public presentation during the public meeting? But they didn't. They just said a whole bunch of blah, blah, blah. So they're helping to, let's say, obfuscate. That's a good word. I like that. Obfuscate, to hide financial information, which helps the politicians steal money.
Guess what? Y'all will be on a boil order. And you know what that means? You got to boil your water. That means that you cannot do anything but that because the tank is out. No water's being, it's like I keep telling y'all, stop falling into the clickbait, into the, ooh, girl, you heard that? Ooh, I heard it. No, nobody care. We don't do gossip. People that's on my level, we talk about where we're going next. We talk about uplifting one another. That's why I hang with people that's of my status. I don't hang with people. I just be talking about people like, ugh, get a life. That is just so negative energy. I don't need it, don't want it. And y'all should do the same because at the end of the day, only God can judge. I say that all the time. Y'all remember the song I made? Do y'all remember it? Some of y'all do, yeah. And what is it? I'm starving the board, I'm feeding the people, right? But guess what they doing now?
What do you think? Was it true? Do you think was she truly feeding the people? I have to say, the longer things go on with the Tiffany replacements, in many ways she is looking better and better. Not saying that she didn't do a lot of wrong, but yeah, definitely her replacements, I would say, in most regards, I would say are worse.
Yes. They starving the people and they feeding the board. That's what they doing right now. Like for real. That is exactly what they're doing.
Oh, okay. So she's saying, Tiffany says they're starving the people and feeding the board. 10 out of 10 for that comment. In Dalton, in Harvey, in Thornton Township. I agree with you there, Tiff. You're right there, girl.
So if y'all got a problem with that, guys, please change that. The election is here. You can do that. All that little trickery stuff, and trickery questions, that $33 million lawsuit, all that stuff, guys, is at your front door. And the residents are going to suffer because of their neglect of them. And that's because the Board of Trustees walked out of that board meeting and we literally, and I kid you not, we were settling the debt because they agreed to the settlement. And all we had to do is go downstairs and make sure, I's dotted, T's crossed. And it would have been fine. It would have been over with. It wouldn't have been 33 million. And now y'all mad because they want to cash in on that 33 million because y'all dropped the ball, but you point the finger to everybody else but y'all. Y'all are the board. Y'all make the decision. That's how that go. Just for those that don't understand, the trustees are the voting body. They're the body. Yeah. The mayor is the head. You're the leader, but you don't vote.
By the way, I want to emphasize this as we're preparing for the Harvey election, municipal elections for next year. We need good people, and not just one. Like for each ward, we need good people to run for all those aldermanic positions. I'm running for 2nd ward, but we need good people running for all of those positions. We don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we have a majority on the board that is supporting stealing money, like it has been. Gang, what's that? I don't know what that means. No, don't have the facts about the 2nd water tank. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you hear something, let us know. Fake news. Okay, which is fake news? Sorry, guys. Yeah, the comments are coming in really late tonight. I don't know why. FBI, IRS audit will do. Well, you know what I always say, Crook. I don't wait on the FBI. The FBI takes too long. By the time, if you let the FBI do everything, they're like the cleanup crew except nothing gets cleaned up. It's like, 10 years later, they'll say, oh yeah, and by the way, this is what happened. This is the thing that happened that destroyed your community. That's why we got to stop this stuff before it gets to that point. FBI is like, they're the, it's like the medical examiner, like once the patient's dead, okay, so great. You get to confirm how the person died. Isn't it better to stop the death before it happens?
The only time the mayor votes if it's a tie, which is never, really much never. It's always 4. So I just need you guys to wake up, pay attention, keep your eyes open, and do your research. That's what I want y'all to do for 2026. Research. Stop believing the hype. And if you believe it, that just means you didn't like the person, or you needed a reason not to like the person or mess with them for whatever reason that is. But I'm gonna always be great. I'm gonna keep loving on y'all. I'm gonna keep supporting. I just want y'all to get a different perspective and just stop hating people because of what you heard and you don't even know the person. Stop it. And then some people, y'all never even met me to know that you should be loving me. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are crazy. But anyway, my other thing is I just want you to go again, because that's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to look at my list. I just wanted you to go to Politics with Tiffany Henyard. It's on YouTube. That's where I would be doing an update every week about any and everything. I would stick with trending topics as well, but I will make sure that you know what's going on in your backyard, because believe it or not, if you want the tea, you get it from me. And they call and tell me everything. But I just want to make sure that I give you what you need, okay? Because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to do it. Make sure you vote no to the term increase in the village of Dalton.
Okay. I agree with her on that. Yes. Vote no on, if you already, Dalton residents, if you already have terms limited to, or term limits of 2 terms, that is enough. You do not need to extend that to 4 terms. That's way too, if you can't get your agenda done in 2 terms, without changing people, that's, I don't think that's, I think it's reasonable just to stick with the term limits you have. I think that would be best. They'll take even longer. The FBI, unfortunately, we can't make citizens arrests. No, not to arrest them, crook. We're talking about like to get people to do, whatever they can, right? Obviously, we need more people to run for these positions. We need people to vote, and there's a lot that we can do without being law enforcement, and we need to do everything that's possible.
For 16 more years, and vote no to the mental health district in Thornton Township. That is a tax increase, meaning property tax. And you heard it here first. So once, if y'all do vote for it, just so you know when it happened, don't cry wolf. Because I can only try to protect you before it happened. It's just being proactive, not reactive. Now, if y'all let it go through, then you're going to be reactive. It's too late. It's already in. Now you got to come up with more money to pay for that mortgage and that home that you got. And it's sad because that's the American dream. Everybody wants a home, right? But they're taxing you out of your house. Make it make sense. And for the...
Can you disagree with it there? They are taxing us out of our homes. I keep saying that. They had elderly Miss Nina Graham they sent her after me to call me. Puppy, do you need me to trim your nail? I feel like he's like biting his nail. I don't know if it's a nervous thing. But they sent elderly Nina Graham, president of the 205 board, which is another one of our boards that steals a lot of money. They're at the top of your property tax bill. They sent her after me and her male, whatever he is, to call me racist and try to attack me, because they cannot have residents finding out what they're doing and how much money they're stealing, you guys. Like, it's true. So I agree with Tiffany in that.
The other bums that's running for committeeman, right? Just know that them 2 bums, they was the same people that was fighting against me at Thornton Township, but yet they both running for office. But they was cool, right? But now they running against each other. Make it make sense. And that's why I try to tell you about the bums looking for crumbs. That's all it is. But it's just a little circle of them. And I just want you to know that he does not live in Thorn Township and she does not live in Thorn Township. But yet everybody just do what they do. And you guys fall for it every time. And then when you see them not delivering to the people, for the people, then y'all upset.
Now, wait. Do we have proof that Stephanie does not live in the township also? And you guys are probably talking to me. And for some reason, the comments are coming in real slow tonight, so I don't see any new comments. The last comment was from 1051. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, do we have proof that Stephanie doesn't live in the township? I'm curious about that.
Upset, but y'all voted for them. You voted for them. Do not vote for people that do not care about you. Y'all heard Michael Jackson say, they don't really care about us. That's my jam right there. So just make sure. All right, I'm off here. Stay tuned, because I could go through a list. Y'all know I could be talking for hours on here. But I told about to keep it cute, keep it neat, keep it short, and just really educate y'all about what's going on. Last but not least, the food box. I'm going to leave with this. I'm going to leave this live after this.
Okay.
You know that they don't give y'all fresh produce, right? Don't give y'all fresh food. Don't give you nothing. And when I left, we had over $4 million in that fund. I mean, it's surplus. But of course, the fake news didn't tell you that. They ain't say anything. Again, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Just so you understand what FOIA means. That means that you can get any information from any government body through FOIA. And some other people call it records in other states or cities or whatever. But it's called FOIA instead of Illinois. So go FOIA and you will see for yourself, by you doing your own research, what the truth really is. Because a lot of time, again, I keep telling y'all, people just feed y'all some nonsense and y'all just like, oh, I believe it. No. Don't work like that. So know the truth, because I always fed the people, right? I always made sure y'all had what y'all needed, and I gave y'all real produce. I can't stress that enough. We talk about health.
Okay. Yeah, now they came through again. Funny, when I've seen her at that car wash that night, she was playing this song at high volume. Which song? She was too. This is J.B. Pritzker making room for his hotels all along the South Shore, all the way up to the Indiana border. I don't know if they want to put a whole bunch of hotels down here, but they're definitely profiting off of this corruption. Stephanie lives in Thornton. That is the official line that I'm told, yes. But Tiffany, that is not the first one to claim that Stephanie does not live in Thornton. However, I haven't seen any reporting about it. I haven't seen anything official, to prove whether that's true or not.
And healthcare and going to doctors and cancer and all these things, right? But it starts with what you put in your body. It starts with you eating right? Healthy living, healthy life. But they don't educate you on that. They just keep feeding you spam, ham, I am, that type of stuff in a can, right? They keep doing that, but they won't give you what you deserve. I keep stating, I want our communities to look like the communities we run to. And I always cited Orland Park, Tinley Park, Bolingbrook. I always cited like other areas that how it is. Y'all all been there when you want to go on a date or you want to go out. Where y'all go to? It ain't y'all cities that y'all living in. It's not Harvey. It's not Dalton. It's not South Holland. It's none of that. You run into the other cities because they got what you want. And they got the sit-down restaurants, and they got the movie theaters, and they got everything you want. So why can't we have the same thing in our own backyard, especially in the Black communities, right?
So again, I don't disagree with her on any of that. Every community, whatever racial or economic makeup is, deserves it to at least have a decent town with decent schools, parks, shopping, amenities, ideally public transit, walkable infrastructure.
The Black community, you should want better. You should do better. And y'all be talking about reparations and things of that nature. Hey, I try to give you everything you deserve and everything you want. But till next time, guys, if you want to hear from me, and then again, if you want the tea, make sure you go to Apollotrix, and it's spelled with the RLCK. Go to Apollotrix with Tiffany Henyard on YouTube. Go subscribe because I will start doing my lives on YouTube. I just did Facebook because I didn't want to miss the moment to let you guys know what's going on and to make sure you understood it, because a lot of time you don't. You hear one-sided narratives and you run with whatever the opinion is that you have of it. So now that you got the facts, you got a little truth. Now go do your research, go do your homework, and vote for people that's going to take care of the people. Don't vote for people because they part of a political party, because that's another thing. And that's another topic we're going to talk on another day about, because a lot of times y'all do vote for people because of political affiliation. And I want y'all to get out of that brainwashing slave mentality. And it's crazy because I was the same way. I strictly went with Democrat. But now I see politics for what it is. I'll say that. You got to research the candidate and make sure that they are doing what you want to see done with your community. And then you vote instead of you pick it. I'm just.
Her music. She recorded that song. Oh, I just was lost though. I was like, which song? I didn't hear. Was there a song playing in the background? Or did I miss it?
Just going blue. Blue ain't always right. I'm just telling you, keeping it 100. Y'all can say, oh, I don't care. Pick people that's going to help your community, help rebuild what you have. If you don't pick people like that, you cannot get upset. Don't cry about it, because you could have fixed it right now. Again, last time, go to Politics with Tiffany Henyard on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, go follow, and that way I will post the latest news. I'm just starting that up. It's going down come March 1st. I will be live 24/7, and you will get more information from me about what's going on throughout the Southland. I'll say that. And then trending topics, anything that's going on in the world too. We will talk about that as well. So I just want you to know, love you, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? All right, share the video. Talk to you.
Oh, she says share the video. I was like, what did she say again? Okay, share the video. I'm curious. Let's glance at some of these comments. You're great. Teach them. Bums looking for crowns. Talk you up. Keep speaking the truth. Way to go, sister. You right. Fuck them, Tiff. Let them talk. Now you're making sense. The smear campaign. Hello, baby girl. I miss your presence. No weapon formed against you, present. Welcome to Atlanta. I think you're the best. I love you, black sister. Here's one negative one, though. Keep on clowning. Let's see, how did she respond? Yeah, you're the only one pointing that out. Hello, my dear sister. Anyway, it's interesting. So yeah, what did you guys think about all that? I'm sure you guys are making comments again. I don't know why they're so delayed in getting to me. The last comment I see is she recorded that song. Now, So I was just going over a few notes from one of my sources. Apparently, the claim, the allegation is that Tiffany may be, she may end up coming back. That she might be spending her time not just in Atlanta, but she might be here more often than we think. And that she was not totally innocent, but that a lot of people were using the Dalton credit card and buying all sorts of things and charging all sorts of things, and they just ended up blaming Tiffany for it. But as I was saying, like with the FBI, I mean, I guess we'll just see when that gets uncovered. I do think it's funny though, just like with the township, that they never went for they never ordered that forensic audit. Like, why wouldn't you do that if you really were concerned about the finances? Why would you do that? So I'm going to work on that some more, you guys. I'm going to try to get some more information on that. Also, there was a short video put out about NAPO. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that one was pretty good too. Maybe we'll go over that tomorrow. But I'm glad that we watched that. I may not always agree with her, but I definitely appreciate her perspective. I think it's good to at least have different perspectives. What I don't like now is that I feel like unless it's me or a few other people online, or in public meetings, I feel like it's gotten too quiet again. Like you don't hear other perspectives, and that Napoleon and his crew, and I'll just call it the machine, they're doing the thing that they all did for years under Zuccarelli, where they're either paying people off or they're intimidating people or blackmailing people or whatever, these various things that they do to just try to get things quiet so they can go back to stealing money and property like they always did. It's too quiet for me. Like, I know there are people that make noise, like Monet does, I do. There are other people, but man, I'm like, I've been doing this now for 10 years. Since 2016, I bought my house here in Harvey. I'm tired. Like, I want to see some changes, and I know that we are changing things, but like, we need to keep the pressure on, guys. Okay, so I'm glad we watched that. Like I said, maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. We're gonna have a short. We can watch that short NAPO video. I will be assisting the Harvey Neighborhood Network tomorrow. We'll be canvassing in some of the wards in Harvey tomorrow. If you have a house or property in Harvey and you have room on your property for a tree, we're getting grants and funding for trees and also other plants. So please let us know if you're interested. They're free. The Harvey Neighborhood Network will also be selling planters. So those are not free. Anybody, a business or a resident, can buy a planter as well. The planters will come with flowers, soil and flowers. Monday. They did announce the city council meeting will be taking place at Thornton Township Auditorium, which is just right up the street from City Hall on Broadway in downtown Harvey. And they're supposed to be voting on an interim mayor and an interim clerk. Unfortunately, it sounds like the process to select the interim clerk candidates was very flawed and not transparent. Surprise, surprise, ha ha ha, right? Also, I'm told that there's going to be a Turlington Homes groundbreaking. You know, that fake scammy real estate group that Clark pushed through that they voted on last winter or just last year. And they gave that group that's connected to Jedediah and that really shady law firm. How the hell are they going to do a groundbreaking? Like, you can't even keep lights on. You can't even patch potholes. Like, what? I'm telling you, every project you see is an attempt to steal money. That's it. That's so. Anyway, that's supposed to be Tuesday at 1. And what else did I tell you guys? What other video? Oh, yes. I'll make a note about the NAPO video, and then Melissa made a post about the process through which they were interviewing the candidates for interim clerk, and it was excellent because basically it was a whole bunch of more BS and hiding things. Well, we'll see. People are giving me a lot of information, but got to check and verify. But let's just say I'm getting a lot of interesting tips and information, and things are not necessarily what they seem. But I like to really get the facts, before we share anything. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I might be a little bit of a break before I hop on, but I will hop on to at least do a little bit of TikTok live. I did some more of my singing. I sang some of my French songs, my German songs, a few English songs last night, and even did a little bit of Ariana Grande. It was a fun time. My TikTok is also Ryan's Gay Chicago, and otherwise I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you are interested in English lessons, in French lessons, shoot, I can even do voice lessons. I mean, I have degrees in all those things. I am a classically trained singer. So if you or anyone else wants, is interested in any of those, I'm looking for some students. I used to teach in the schools. Now I'm a lot pickier. I only want to work with people that are really serious, and we mesh really well. So, but do keep me posted if you know of anyone looking for those lessons. And what else was I thinking? I think that was it for right now. Oh, I also do consulting for historic preservation as well. So if you have an old house or an old building or whatever, and you're not and it needs some work, please talk to me first. Don't start ripping things out, because in most cases, the materials and the finishes you have are a lot better than the new ones you're going to get. And no contractor will ever tell you that. They're always going to want you to rip everything out, because that's how they're trained, and then they make more money off of you that way. So I can help you save money, as well as just plan it out. It doesn't mean necessarily I'm going to do all the work myself, but I can help you plan it out for sure. So that's what I've done for my house and for my buildings. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. À demain. Au revoir.